Morning guys, Mark Ferrasci with Protect Dog Training. I'm going through a little difference in my training routine with my string of dogs. I've got a gentleman that's got his own company and he does a lot of his own conditioning with the animals, and he's pretty good at it with heel, sit down, stay. He's on Instagram and he's got thousands of hits. And so I'm working on my second dog now, and he wants to feed me a couple more, but it's interesting because now you got somebody else that's already got previous conditioning, previous programming in the dog's mind, and you're got your style and your programming. And so I right away see the lacks and things that I would want in my training program that the dogs don't have and that are actually a pain in the ass, to be honest with you. Things like impulse control is really not set in at all with these dogs. That's the big one. So there's a lot of little things, and that impulse control is one of the major ones. And I'm trying to think of some other things that are there, but it's just goes to show me, this gentleman, when I first met him, didn't have much skill, and I right away saw that and was kind of put off by it, because back then it was one of those same people that go out and hang up a shingle and go poof, I'm a dog trainer, and they don't have a clue. With the experience that I've gotten under my belt and doing so many companion dogs and so many dogs that I've done to correct problems and all kinds of things over the years, I see the flaws right now in his training. And it's I don't mean to say it in such a way that I'm degrading this person. He's done a really good job to bring himself up, and he's really good at creating this high performance and that fancy heel and stuff like that. And there's a lot of credit to his growth as a trainer, right? I mean, that's important to acknowledge, okay? But at the same time, there's so much that goes into really building a stable animal with a companion dog attitude, that a dog that you hear me say it all the time, I can take any place with me, friendly and fine, but when you tell him to go, he'll go. And it's that companion dog aspect is brought out by little things, nuances. And I'll give you one good example. Here's a good example of the biggest one. You always hear people talking about getting the dog to hold at gates and hold at doorways. And this is a sort of thing, but here it is, impulse control, okay? And if you think about it, that's what that exercise is. It's impulse control, it's saying wait, pause, wait for me to go through that door and tell you with a command to go through. And that's what I was accenting a few weeks ago with one of my videos, accenting impulse control and how important it is to your training. So I give a big structure of that overall with 1,000 different ways of how I set in impulse control of the animal that calms the dog out, right? And then let's say I had a dog doing a downstay. It's not just the downstay, it's the dog's mental attitude in the work. How many times have I said that? That's what his dogs are lacking. That's it right there. That's what his dogs are lacking, is the dogs are trained. I'm out here working a dog right now that's trained pretty well, but he lacks so much in all that aspect of what I'm talking about in regards to where's the dog's head at in the work, okay? And it's a glaring obvious thing for me when I see it. It's frustrating for me as a trainer, because here I have to try to get the dog through it, and it's two styles, his style and my style, his programming previous into the animal, and me trying to go out and work the animal. This is a lot harder work than working a dog that just comes in off the street and has no training at all, right? It's because I am conditioning and I am programming that animal, right? And in this case, I'm trying to put in my little stuff into the programming and fight what this dog's already got in his head, right? So it's not an easy thing. So it's interesting though. So that's just, I'm always trying to bring you my dailies, the daily things I go through daily, right? And this would be what I'm going through right now, is trying to deal with this as far as handling him as a client and do the best I can by his dogs and do the best I can by him. Because my whole thing, if you guys haven't realized it, is I like to teach, and I puke my guts out. I give of myself and my knowledge, and I don't hold anything back. And there's some trainers that do, So one trainer did a podcast the other night, and he's had another trainer he was interviewing, and the trainer was giving some little tidbits and little kernels of knowledge. And he goes, "Oh man, I think you need to put you on blast. You're putting out too much to the public, our secrets." You know what I'm saying? And I don't ever hold anything back. I think it's important to be able to give you as much as I can so you learn and grow, but there's only so much you're going to do to get off the couch. You're going to pay me to do the job anyway, and I've learned that a long time ago. That's why I don't have any qualms with giving out everything and puking my guts out, because you don't have the skill I do. You can't play that instrument the way that I can, and you're not going to have a tendency to get off the couch like you should, put the hard work in, right? for the most part. Most people would rather just pay me to do the job. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm here for. So I don't have any qualms in giving my knowledge and my expertise in that regard. So, all right, I'll let you go. I just thought I'd have a little yak session this morning as I start my day. I'm taking 2 back home and grabbing 2 more, and I'm going to head to Tractor Supply because one of his big requests was to get these dogs a little bit more environmental, right? So I'm going to be taking the dogs out to get them more environmental. That's what I'm up to. So I thank you very much, Mark Ferrasci, Pro Tech Dog Training. Yakking at the screen as always. Have a good day, guys. Bye-bye.